This episode focuses mainly on heroes, and heroes are always fighting villains, and villains are always needing some minions to help them out. So as you may know, I'm somewhat of a Spider-Man fan. The first two Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, I count them on my top 10 favourite of all time. Spider-Man 3 is not good, yet I can still sort of have a good time watching it. I empathise a lot with Peter Parker. One of my primary life goals is to be Spider-Man. I could list myriad other reasons why I love Spider-Man, so it's obviously not escaped my notice that there's been some news about Spider-Man. That news is, Spider-Man is real. That's not true. Wish it was though. The MCU newly rebooted Spider-Man has finally been cast as Tom Holland. He's a young actor who starred in a film called Impossible, which I have not seen, but people say he's good in it. And I like hollandaise sauce, so maybe I'll like Tom Holland as well. And two genres that I know I like are sci-fi and fantasy, which are often blended pretty well in superhero stuff. There was once a superhero show about ordinary people with extraordinary abilities, which I absolutely love to death, even in spite of some lower quality storylines that appear later on. I am of course talking about Heroes, which is soon to have its own spin-off series, Heroes Reborn, the trailer for which recently came out. This trailer is very good at making me feel more excited than I can handle. We're shown more of the new characters with hints as to what their powers will be: flight, telekinesis, time manipulation, and it also infuses the new exciting stuff with the older, more nostalgic stuff, such as Noah Bennett, the iconic solar eclipse symbol, the iconic S symbol. One of the new characters says, "Do you ever feel like you were meant to do something extraordinary?" which is a line from the first episode that Peter Petrelli says. On top of that, we see the future Hiro Nakamura, who will be appearing in several episodes as a guest star, and I absolutely cannot wait for September 24th. Another recent trailer that has come out is the Japanese version of the Ant-Man trailer, which is not something I actually expected to be talking about, but I watched it, and it shows quite a lot of interesting new stuff. We get to see more of Scott Lang's personal life with his daughter and getting fired from his job, and there's a bit of history set up between Yellow Jacket and Hank Pym. The humour is on point, as it has been throughout all three of these trailers, and basically this has just amped up my excitement for this film. I honestly don't get why more people aren't excited for Ant-Man. I know some people are getting a little bit of superhero fatigue, and some people are annoyed that the film is focusing around Scott Lang rather than Hank Pym, who was the original Ant-Man. Well, let me counter that. Yes, it's another superhero film, yes, we get quite a lot of them, but it looks like a damn good one. It's got good humour, it's got good action, it's got good emotional levels, and it looks like so much fun. And to those people who are annoyed about Hank Pym not being the star, do you really want to see a movie where Hank Pym is the main character? Hank Pym is an unstable madman who has constant mental breakdowns in which he creates supervillains and slaps his wife in the face. We already have a character in the MCU who makes questionable inventions, and we also already have a character who has a less than healthy mentality. Hank Pym's mental breakdowns are just a less interesting version of Bruce Banner turning into the Hulk. And we've seen two standalone Hulk movies, neither of which have been particularly good, because that kind of character does not work well in a standalone comic book movie. The fact is, Scott Lang is a more relatable, more likeable character, and maybe he's not the first Ant-Man, but Barry Allen wasn't the first Flash, and The Flash was an absolutely fantastic show. I've come across people who have said they're not going to see Ant-Man, but they are going to see Terminator Genisys, and that is just wrong. Terminator Genisys doesn't even look good, and since T3 the quality of the Terminator franchise has decreased with each installment, whereas with the MCU the quality is pretty much increased. So, likeable protagonist, good looking movie, good franchise track record, Ant-Man will be good. I'm seriously looking forward to Ant-Man, and I really do think it's going to be one of the best movies of the year. Rant over, but speaking of fun movies, have you ever come across a movie that works as an instant cheer-up pill? I came across one of those last Friday. Nothing makes you smile quite like seeing a little yellow pill being really silly. In Despicable Me, while Gru's story with the kids was all very good, the real stars of that film were the Minions. I haven't seen Despicable Me 2 yet, but I'm pretty sure the Minions will be the best part of that as well. And now behold, we have a movie completely centred around the Minions. This follows the story of Kevin, Stuart and Bob and gives quite a detailed backstory to what the Minions are. While it's technically a prequel, it works perfectly well as a standalone movie. And while the trailers made me a little concerned that Scarlet Overkill might overshadow the Minions, that didn't end up happening, and the Minions remained the stars of the movie. A few of the things I experienced watching this movie are joy, delight, happiness, grinning, and more joy. You may think it difficult to make a film where the three main characters speak mainly in a gibberish jumble of various languages, and you'd be right, which is why this film stands out as so good. Because the three Minions that the film focuses on are really quite relatable. Not only was this film really funny and entertaining, it had a solid plot, some pretty good emotional weight, and some pretty good action sequences. It also hints at the future of Despicable Me, but it doesn't overdo it, unlike The Amazing Spider-Man 2. To conclude, if you ever wanted to watch pure joy encapsulated in a film, go and watch Minions. I can guarantee it'll make you smile. And one last thing before the episode finishes. Quite recently, the first trailer for Kung Fu Panda 3 came out, in which Po is going to meet his dad, and that is going to be really good too. I really like both Kung Fu Panda movies, and I really can't wait for the third one. So that's it for this episode of Big Really Small Talk. If you liked it, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you've got an opinion on my opinions, then feel free to leave it in the comments below. You might have noticed I've been going quite fast in this episode, and that's basically because I'm just in a rush today. In the next episode, I'll probably be going in a more normal speed, so you can look forward to that. See ya. But I'm here today to tell you that the Wachowskis have made something that is absolutely incredible. I'll also talk about dinosaurs, though not until later.